Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you. We have some important information in the package today for you guys. Please share as you're joining. Hit your share button. Those who are joining from Facebook, please hit the share button. If you're joining through YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Through YouTube, hit the subscribe button so that you're gonna be getting our information. Okay, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button when you're joining. We're gonna be talking much today. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button as you join the show. Okay, yeah, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button as you join the show tonight. Hit the share button. Yeah, please hit so that we can reach a certain number. I'm trying to make sure that we get some certain number so that we can start the show. Share, please. Yeah, we have a lot to talk today. Yeah. Share as you join. Yeah, let's get to share so that we get a lot of people who are watching live. Okay, I want to make sure that we have a lot of yep. I want you to share as you join. Share as you join so that we populate. Okay. Yeah. Those watching on YouTube, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button as you join. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button as you join. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a wonderful day that the Lord has made, that we have to be glad in it. Today is a wonderful day the Lord has made. We have to glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's share as you join. Let's populate the view. Let's populate the view and let's join. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching. Yes. Thank you all. So today we have this issue where we see extortion from numerous civilians on ground zero, and we are trying to talk on this because these are the things that make Ambazonians turn against the struggle. When you have a tendency of collecting money from ground zero, the people in ground zero, we understand when this struggle started, people were dispersed, there was a lot of problems there. This issue of tax collection is just creating more blacklegs. You go and do these killings and all these things. This is not who we are as a people. We are trying to avoid this because it creates a lot of negative impact on the struggle as a whole. And in people who are supporting tax collection in ground zero, when we have the diasporans, what are the diasporans? The diasporans have not told us that they are tired of funding the crisis. No. If you have supporters, if you have support, make sure you deal with the diasporans. The diasporans are there, they are ready to fund. You know, you don't go to ground zero, These poor mothers, the poor parents that are there, they are trying to feed themselves. You're going to be collecting their small money that they are having from their farm crops. Eh? The drivers that are there and try to do what they can do to earn a living. How much do they earn that you go and be collecting their monies there? The poor farmers will go and do their planting. You go there and be harassing them. You know, this thing is getting out of hand, and we are calling on anyone who is supporting it. Please don't support extortion. Don't support illegal tax collection. We don't have a mechanism yet that, because when you go and be putting some particular villagers under pressure, you go and make them start, you pressurize them to pay you a tax, then you don't do it across Ambazonia. That's not tax collection. That's not comprehensive tax collection. First of all, it must be something that is paid on a monthly basis. All the groups, all the leaders, the interim government should be involved. We have to make it comprehensive in the sense that you have to know who is paying taxes and who is not paying taxes. You have to know who does this and who does that. That is comprehensive, and we have to do that as Ambazonians, right? But for now, we can't put taxes on the people. The burden is on them. We can't implement this type of tax policy where people are still, the crisis is still on, and you know this is what created this issue of ransom taking. Ransom. That ransom collection and all those things, that is what created it. And you can go about collecting ransom from people and you say it's okay, right? It's not okay. It's not okay. We can go about collecting ransom when people are there suffering and suffering. You go and arrest people, kidnap people, kill people, and say it's okay for the struggle. It's not okay. For the past 7 years, our people have suffered so much. You can't put more suffering on the people. It's not fair. It's not fair. We can't do that to our people. All right? So, I want you to listen to this, our brother. They will come back to it.
Una don't dey for level way. Una own struggle. Una say na two things in there. If una don't discover and find, una listen to Ambazonians them. Na two things in there way you don't reach una for una own level, una own struggle. I talk for this group of people. Them, they know themselves. Any man know themselves. You understand? Either you hear them talk say this, so they collect tax from citizens on ground zero. They collect tax, or they key black leg. So your own struggle now against the civilian population. No, listen attentively. Okay, who is paying those taxes? The common man, the bike rider, you know, the truck pusher, buy and sell them, provision store. Now civilian for ground zero, and Amanda will say one free. Now Amanda will you say one free. Now he pay the tax then no. Now the man that will pay. Now the man that will hold me pay tax no. Okay. You know even only end for day. You know only end for day, my people. You can't catch us say again na black leg. Who be black leg? Of course. Black leg now who? The so civilian for ground zero. You understand? So at the end of the day, who is your enemy? Who are you targeting? That's the question. Who is your enemy? Who are you targeting? Let me tell you, you can never put fear in the people. No. A liberation struggle na struggle where the people they join them according to their aspirations and according to where they want them. Me become of them according to how they want to proceed and they want to go forward. You can never put fear in the people. Listen, that thing of killing this man because he's black leg, oh this and that, oh you must pay tax, oh you must pay this. Mommy them pay 5,000, Papa them pay 10,000. What for? Somebody who has lost everything, somebody who doesn't have what to eat. Man will not even get daily bread. It can't pay tax. It correct? And they ask and say it correct. You don't see and say these two things them. Ground zero civilians them paying taxes. I'm killing them again as black legs. Who is your enemy? It's a simple question. Your policies are targeting the vulnerable people. Your policies are targeting the civilians on ground zero. How is killing those people you call black legs in quote? How did touch Pobia? How did touch La République? Oh my God. Now La République that they exploit Ambazonian resources them. Ekelebe Barak then they up station Bamenda, Lele l'Afrique, Okala Bilai them, Mafani Moja then day for day. The Moja then day for day the work at the brag the tonton for quarter the talk foolish. Una day for day say una want key black leg them. Moja no be black leg. Okay, so man to say Moja own day go come. Why it be say they so the only person where it be vulnerable now man way it is stay for quarter way, he no even get way for defend himself. And you guys don't even care about any evidence. The fact that you just listen, you don't even hear say the my brother there for inside B or there for inside police. You go catch and kill and say a black leg. I'm telling you guys, you must be careful. The way when I go about this thing called black legs, you wanna be careful. When I make the population rise against the struggle, it be very bad. It be very bad. I know they support any man where he betray Ambazonia. I never ever support any man where he act as spy. But the way you go handle spies and the so-called black legs, be careful. I don't tell when I say, as some of you don't take oath, say when I'm drink na only blood for civilian and ground zero, they don't even defend themselves. One day, that cow, when you no get tay, God go drive that fly away there for his skin. You understand? Thank you very much. See you in my next video. Yes, I'll always talk for the people and speak the truth and tell them the truth, what they need to hear. Yes, now so it is.
Yeah, so that came from one of our brother there, and he made some very positive points there. You know, in terms of how do you suffer the people that you want to free. Okay, that's a very important point that he made. You know, you cannot be extorting money from somebody you want to free, right? It doesn't make sense. He also made that another important point of you the same people you call black leg are the same people you want to go and extort money from. The same people you are killing is the same people you are doing all this extortion. But you know, these are things that people have cried foul for so long. And when we keep doing the same thing, and when you tell somebody like Ayaba, please stop this, it's not helping you, it's not helping the struggle, it's not helping even anybody surrounding you, it's not helping. Okay. And when you tell somebody like that who doesn't listen, who think that he knows more than anybody, that's how Ayaba is. He doesn't listen to advice. He thinks he's the best leader you can ever talk of, right? But that's what he's doing to the local population, right? The ADF, the AGOFC, has been the most stumbling block group in this struggle. From day one, you know what they have been doing. We don't want to start mentioning all these things that they have been doing, all the things, you know. But let me read an article written that was sent to me by somebody. I don't know the name of the person, but this is an article. Let me read the article. The article states that unraveling the treasonous actions of Cho Ayaba, a betrayer to Ambazonia. That's the title of the article. It says, in recent years, the socio-political emancipation in Ambazonia has been marred by the actions of an individual who claimed to be fighting for the liberation of the nation. However, upon closer examination, it becomes evident that Cho Ayaba's objectives are far from the interests of the people. These articles aim to shed light on Cho Ayaba's deceptive agenda, focusing on his involvement in kidnappings, extortion, beheadings, and his inexplicable collaboration with the very enemy he purports to oppose. Through these actions, he proves to be a detriment to the Ambazonian liberation movement. Number one, distorting the true objectives. Unlike what Cho Ayaba claims, his actions do not align with the preservation and advancement of Ambazonian liberation. Rather than enforcing ghost towns or mobilizing support for the cause, he prioritizes kidnapping and extortion as a means of collecting what he calls liberation tax. This diversion from the path of true liberation shows his disregard for the well-being of the Ambazonian people. Number 2, illegal resource exploitation. Cho Ayaba's illegal activities extend beyond kidnapping and extortion. In 2018, he was caught red-handed in London and exposed for his attempt to unlawfully mortgage Ambazonians' resources. This insidious act not only threatened the economic stability of the nation in future if he hands to be a leader, if he has to be a leader with the authority to make decisions, but also reveals his greed as he seeks personal gain at the expense of the very people he claimed to represent. The exact same reason why Ambazonians are fighting against French Cameroon's occupation. 3, gruesome act of violence. The shocking resemblance between Cho Ayaba's armed men ADF and the notorious ISIS is a grave concern. Numerous instances of beheadings captured on camera demonstrate an alarming level of brutality. The fact that these acts are committed in the name of liberation taints the struggle for freedom and undermines the values that Ambazonians hold dear. 4, ordering the killing of innocent civilians. In a desperate attempt to impose his will on the Ambazonian people, Cho Ayaba has authorized the killing of civilians who refuse to comply with his liberation tax demands. This callous disregard for human life further exposes the true nature of his agenda. Rather than seeking justice and equality, his actions serve to instill fear and control over the population. 5, contradiction and collaboration. That's number 5. Number 5 says contradictions and collaboration. Cho Ayaba's confusion about the need for a governing body exposes his true motives. While he denies the necessity of a government, he conveniently operates through a governing council, egg of C. This paradoxically raises questions about his ability to lead and his commitment to the genuine liberation of Ambazonia. Moreover, his collaboration with the enemy of French Cameroon demonstrates an unfathomable betrayal to his own people. If it is not Cho Ayaba, it is not good for Ambazonia. The actions of Cho Ayaba have undoubtedly revealed his true character, his focus on personal gain, his disregard for human life, and his collaboration with those who seek to oppress the Ambazonian people expose a sinister agenda that should not be ignored. It is imperative for the Ambazonian community to recognize the true intentions of Cho Ayaba and distance themselves from his destructive path. Only by uniting under genuine and selfless leadership can the aspirations of the Ambazonian people for liberation and autonomy be realized. Wow, that was sent to me by one person. It's a very powerful write-up, and he just mentioned everything we have been talking about. If you go to my last show, I talk about all this stuff, right? Distortion of objectives, illegal resource exploitation. Number 3, gruesome acts of violence, ordering the killing of innocent civilian, contradiction, and collaboration. These are things that have been going on. We have been sounding an alarm day 1, day 2, but this is a civilian. So you people think that civilians are not watching what you are doing or what leaders are doing or what they are taking notes. They are. This is from a civilian writing, sending to me, right? So we have to be careful. And what we are doing, we think that civilians are done listening, they don't watch, they don't have knowledge of knowing between the good, the bad, and the ugly. They know, and this is what a civilian wrote, right? But this is what we are talking about, okay? When you keep doing all these things, how do you progress the struggle? You don't progress the struggle, and you instead take us backward. Okay. Now let's talk about this guy from La République. He's a director general. He has been given 104 years in prison. Okay, 104 years. I don't know what he did. This is a guy, former salary director in Cameroon. He has been sentenced for 104 years. Okay, I don't understand. This is a former. He was condemned to jail for 104 years. Someone who went and created almost 2,600 fake salary accounts. Imagine. I don't know how La République people are so dumb that someone will be there creating this account and the teachers are there suffering. The teachers are there suffering. One person, and this is a person that has been caught. Imagine someone that has not been caught. How many people have not been caught, right? This is the person that went and created this fake bank account. 2,000. Imagine how much money this guy was making every month. Just imagine. And you see, he's there enjoying while people are suffering. 2,000 some how many bank accounts? That's 2,000 something. Just imagine how much money this guy was eating every month. And imagine this is not the only person that has been caught or that is doing this, right? This is not the only person that is doing this. Imagine that corrupt people that are also there, but they have not been caught. Okay, these are the ones that have been caught. Imagine Konak, and imagine Sonara. When you are in Cameroon, think of it. How many people that you know that are not corrupt in that government? This guy, 2,600 bank account. That salary goes there as if those people are working. 2,000 something. And you tell us that that country is a real country? Man. I mean, I can't just stand listening to this thing, because see Akeremuna was crying. He went to Ministry of Finance, nobody listened, and they are still doing that corruption today in Sonara. Akeremuna is a lawyer. Those foolish parliamentarians there in Yaoundé eating fat, bobolo and beans cannot even say anything. That is the public company, Sonara. Oil company where this Glencore goes there and pay these government officials. These government officials now, they will say, okay, sell it at any price you want. Our resources. I'm talking about Sonara oil. Glencore come and bribe these government officials. They say, okay, go. Oh yeah. This guy come and buy this oil at a very cheap price. Imagine how much money will be lost according to the price that Glencore is buying this oil from Sonara. Then the people are there. They don't even know all these things. That is why these people, they will decide to kill us, to do anything to us, just to stay in that power, because they know how they are enjoying our resources. They know. You can imagine how these people are doing, eating fat from these resources. It's terrible, because you can imagine Akeremuna is a lawyer, international lawyer. He will go there. He went to all these other countries are following up on this matter. La République, Ngangan, Akeremuna went left. Akeremuna went this. Nobody was listening to him. Konak, who is in charge of the anti-corruption unit, does nothing. We tell Akeremuna that don't waste your time. You are a lone wolf. Okay? Anything concerning Ambazonia, like probably don't have time anymore. Don't waste your time. They know that we are gone. So anything Sonara, they have privatized all the companies. And for privatization, they make their memorandum of understanding. Okay? Once they make that memorandum of understanding, the government don't have time again on Sonara and CDC. They already privatized it. All what Sonara does is that he send government, they say, okay, send us 50% of every monthly profit. That's what is concerned them. They don't concern about what is going on there. And that's why the corruption is just keep digging those companies, bankrupting those companies. You know how much money Sonora is owing? Think of it. How much money Sonora is owing. But these people are there just to cripple these companies and just abandon them there like that. Akeremuna tried his best. He was there trying to raise alarm. When you hear him talking in pidgin, he was making some noise, like Ali Bongo said now. But it was too late. Yeah, he said make some noise. He's making his own noise, but nobody will listen to him. The same with this our gentlemen of leisure in the République parliament called parliamentarians. They are there enjoying their fat. Then they are making some noise. Who will listen to you people? Nobody. You are there enjoying fat. The République is paying you salaries. You are there enjoying. Somebody pay your salary, controls you. But once you come out from that bondage, you can control that person. That's why we saw Biya was afraid that those parliamentarians are going to leave the parliament, right? But what do you think of this kind of people who are barely concentrated? They are focused on their belly, not on the people they represent, right? They claim to represent, but they don't represent us. But they were crying in the parliament, right? Oh, they don't listen to them. Oh, they don't put them in commission. Oh, they don't do this. Oh, they know what to do. We always tell them they know what to do. They can just leave that parliament and go back to their constituency. Okay? Than sit there crying foul. Nobody wants you there. You are just helping them. Okay? These parliamentarians are the boss enablers so far. The boss enabler. Because they are enabling that regime to stay in power. They are enabling that regime they are legitimizing that regime to keep doing what they're doing on Ambazonians. Because once they are there, the international community knows that yes, we are there with them. But if they can do the rightful, they can do what our forebears did in the Nigerian house of Enugu. They walked out and came back to southern Cameroon. That is what they did. If those parliamentarians there can do that, we can cut them cafe for doing the right thing. But if they stay there and be complaining, they should shut their mouth. They should shut their mouth off. They should stop making those crocodile tears there, because you can't stay in the lion's den and be crying. You have to leave the lion's den. Very, very important. Okay, now we have our brother. Ucheba. Ucheba nursing is now a black leg, according to what they say. Ucheba nursing, they say he's they say what? They say he's a coup plotter. UN exposed Sako. He said that he's gonna expose Sako whatever happens for That's it. That's what UN just wrote. He said all what is happening there, Sako knows what is, That's what UN wrote. He said, Fako County, where Dr. Sako comes from, have not been fighting for 5 years now. And we have been drafting there since 2020. Where is the money? That's a question from UN. UN is asking that question. Okay. So, he said, I will only insult or expose Dr. Sako, as I did for Chris Arno. He talked about Tiff Consul and Tiff Nanchop and all those people. So that is UN writing, right? UN has been a fervent supporter of Sako from when we were with Sako. Comrade UN were the one calling us coup plotters. Now Sako people are calling UN coup plotter for exposing them. 4 members of the cabinet have resigned from Sako, the group there. Those people that were still with him, but they realized that you can't stay with somebody who is illegally claiming to be president. They finally left him, and that is how it is. Comrade UN to have realized himself. You are dealing with somebody who is not legally binding as a president, was impeached and removed. Has misused financial, has embezzled, has very, very bad record. I, as an Ambazonian, I will not support a thief. I will never be behind somebody who I know is a thief. Okay? I, as in this America that I am a law enforcement officer. I will not be in favor of anybody who is doing something that is unlawful. Never. That is why I don't care who is the president. I don't care who is the whatever. I want justice for Ambazonian. But I will not be behind somebody who I know this person is a crook. Never. If I see you have trace of embezzlement, you have trace of extortion, all those things, I will never support that. Because it is not helping the struggle. You are instead putting the struggle down. When we were with Sako, Sako had all the money that he needed. His salary was paid. His home was paid. He had president basket. Money was coming from anywhere. But Sako misused that opportunity. And what I've learned with a white man, you don't give somebody trust 2 times. Once you know that person is not trustworthy, don't give that person trust anymore. Don't. That person can still you can still talk with that person, but don't give that person post of responsibility, especially when it comes to money, because the person will still thief. Okay, he will still embezzle. Okay, that is why they change leaders, they change managers, they change directors. Why? Because there are certain things that when they come for audit, something is not working well, something is not going well, they will change you. They will either fire you, or they dismiss you, or they take you out. As simple as that. I don't know why we have to pet a thief. Okay, fool me once is okay, but you fool me twice, I'm the fool. You can't leave a thief to take care of your money. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Yes. And like I said always, someone like Sako cannot work in federal government here in America. Never. Because of the poor record. He cannot work because of that kind of record that we know. Okay? So don't trust that kind of person. Because once you see that trace of thievery and all those corruption, don't. You don't. If you trust that kind of person, you are doing that at your own risk. Okay. Ucheba now has brought out a lot of things that you all know from his exposure of what has been going on. 4 members of the cabinet resigned from Sako there, and he even Comrade UN points finger even at Professor IMM, and come call on Sako to resign from their group there, But Sako is just there because of that, 4 cabinet members have resigned, and that is what is going on there, because you cannot be with somebody this person is not trustworthy. You are still there with him. You are an accomplice. They say brother in crime, sister in crime. You are an accomplice. This is what is going on, but that is it. Yeah, we are trying to make sure that we bring all this because it's very important. Okay, very important that we know. That is very important, because if you don't bring these, people will not understand why this is going on. Okay, why this is going on, or why this is going on. Okay, so I'll talk about the Lobbyist, and we all know on the 5th of November we have a fundraiser. We have seen a lot of diplomatic breakthrough, and it's very important for us to fund this move, because it gives us advantage, right? It gives us a more advantage, especially when we talk about let me see, I'm trying to put that thing on, but it's not going. Yeah, so wanna change that. Oh, I don't know why that thing is so we have this issue of funding, right, for the lobbyists, that we are trying to explain to Ambazonians the importance of this funding. And on the 5th of November, we have this funding coming up, and we are bringing this because a lot of our people don't understand that it's very important that we bring this to the limelight. Okay, very, very important, so that we know. Yep, this is a flyer. As you see, the lobbies on the 5th of November, we have 7 p.m. Amber time. We will have a Zoom that will do funding for these lobbyists. The lobby has been working in the background, and we have a lot to do with the lobbyists, and we are hoping that by the time of by the 5th, we'll raise certain amount of money to fund certain projects that are ongoing, with the lobbyists. Some people still don't understand the lobby firm is there for to help us do work legally in America and across the world. And if you are in a kind of struggle like this, okay, on the 5th, please come to let's fund. This lobby acts like a spokesperson for Ambazonia. Okay, that's why they'll go to all the doors, they'll do their job, and we have short-term and long-term projects with them. Okay, the short-term projects are what you just saw, right? You just saw they register us as Federal Republic of Ambazonia. You just saw that, right? And we don't understand that these are the work of the lobbies, right? We have long-term projects, we have short-term projects, but for the long-term projects, we are hoping that we can open our embassy. Okay, we'll have an office in Washington DC. That all Ambazonians are welcome to come there. If you have an issue, we come and we'll have. So for the meantime, we'll have these lobbyists acting as the ambassador there. Okay, that's how most countries do. They have foreign lobbies acting as the embassy, or because of funding. Because if you have this kind of lobbies, you have to fund them. The office, you have to pay for the office space. You have to pay. But for now, we want to make it a little bit as other countries are doing, right? Many countries don't have embassies in all countries, right? So the only lucky thing we have is that every country has an embassy in America. That is a good thing. So we can talk to every country, while we are here in America. We don't need to travel to other countries. When you go to some countries, you don't, if, for example, let me take for example, there are countries that don't have embassies. You have to travel to other countries to go and apply for visas, right? That's what is happening. Okay, so it's not easy to open embassies. Just imagine how many countries, for example, how many countries are in South America or North America, right? You have Mexico, America, Canada. Go down there, you start having Guatemala, Peru, and Brazil. It's not easy to have embassies in all those countries, right? But we are going to have diplomatic ties with them while we're in America. Okay, that is a work of these lobbies. People don't understand the work of the lobbies. There's a lot of diplomatic activities going on, and we have to understand that. All right, very, very important for the struggle as we move forward. These are things that we Sako did not do. All these people did not do. They did not do them. But remember, they had a lobbyist. Okay, they had a lobbyist, but they did not use that lobby. Foley Hawk was a lobby, right? They did not use that lobby. Okay, don't forget that République also has a lobby here in America, about 3 of them. Okay, the one that we all know is that Nsala law firm, right? You know the Nsala, you have heard about the Nsala law firm. That's La République's own lobbies. So they are lobbying. Yes. So when people say, "Oh, what's the meaning of a lobby? What's the meaning?" Man, that is the hallmark of a foreign something, or we want to do. Even people who are doing big businesses, they have lobbies. You think a company will leave Europe and come and operate in America without a lobbyist? No, you can't operate without lobbies. But lobbies, the work of a lobbyist is to go there and lobby for you. They go there and put your case for you. That's their job. Okay, they are law firms, so they are following the laws of that country. They are following the rules and regulation of that business. They are following the rules and regulation of that entity. So they go there and represent you in every aspect. So if we want to, for example, if we want audience with any ambassador now, it's easy for us to talk to any ambassador. Very easy. We don't have to go and be scrambling, go to meet this ambassador, no. We just tell the lobbies that we want to have an audience with maybe this ambassador. If we want to have audience with any president in the world, we can have it very easily now because of the lobbies. If we say, for example, they have information of all these activities. If they know how many presidents are visiting now in America, it's easy for us to meet out those presidents. If, for example, the president of South Africa is in America, it's easy for us to have an audience with that president, right? We go there, meet the president, talk to the president, talk business, talk diplomacy. That's the work of the lobbies. You see, we can't be fighting this way, trying to arrange this way, then we are this way, trying to do this. It's not easy. For the past 7 years, we have realized that most of the the secretary that Sako had, Secretary of Foreign Affairs, did nothing. The Secretary of Foreign Affairs for Sako did nothing. You even hear Thibaut Nagui was saying that they did not even know that they have Ambazonian crisis going on. Eh? The Secretary for Home Affairs for Iya Marianta did nothing. Eh? It's now that President Chris Ano came in, he's working now with this Secretary of Foreign Affairs. Eh? You have Dr. Ndone who is there. You have even the other Assistant Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs. They are working. They are going to Washington DC, trying to put, having meetings with this lobby. So that is what we are talking about. It's not that people will just say, oh, they are working behind the scene. But that's the work of these people, right? The lobby. So please, on the feet, we have this major fundraiser on the 5th of November. It is a Sunday. Please, let's come and support the lobby, the work of the lobby, and make sure that we help in that domain, okay? Because it's very crucial for us, especially at this time where we really need that support, okay? Yep. Now let's talk about this issue of reconciliation, okay? It's very important because some people don't know that through reconciliation we can do a lot of things, but some people don't take it serious, okay? Most of the leaders want to be stand alone. They want to do things for themselves. They want to operate by themselves. They think that their group can do those things. It's very, very difficult to operate like that. Okay, we have been in this struggle for the past 7 years. No single group can do things by themselves, right? It's very difficult, and that is why we are trying to say reconciliation or unity of purpose, or it's not about you leaving your group, because I know there are people who don't want to leave their group. They will say, no, I love my group, but at the end of the day, we are not fighting for the groups, we are fighting for Ambazonia. So any form of reconciliation that people are suggesting, any kind of genuine negotiation, we saw those people who went to Canada, right, for the conference. But the purpose of that conference was for reconciliation and way forward. The conference was not to bring people from La République to come and tell us about Southwest and Northwest and all those nonsense. That was not the purpose of that conference in Canada. That is why everybody who went there was disappointed. Yeah. They were calling us Anglophones, separatists, calling us names like what again? Kidnappers. I'm like, who brought those women in that conference? Please, for the sake of peace, don't carry those women from Yaoundé and go to conferences again. We don't need people who are in La République to come and be attending conferences. We don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need, if you are for one Cameroon, you have a federation, don't come and join our conferences. We don't need you to come and explain to us the meaning of peace, the meaning of, there will be no peace without justice. Just forget it. Just forget it. Yes, if you know that you want peace, come with justice. We welcome you. But if you come and tell us, 3 people dead and 3 people this one is doing that is not what we want to hear now, because La République has hardened our hearts. They have shown us how wicked they are. They have shown us, they have done us everything. They have killed our people like nothing. They call us rats. So what other thing can you talk about that? They have hardened our hearts, like public people. They have shown us that they can do anything with us. They don't care about us. So when you come there, you say we call yourself Anglophone. That's your problem. We are Ambazonians. Don't come and teach us about Norwest and Southwest. That name did not exist before we joined these people. They just gave us that name. We are not Northwest and Southwest people. We are Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Okay? You better, if you can call us former British Southern Cameroon, that's your problem too. It's okay. They don't call us Northwest and Southwest. Then you just wipe out our identity. It means that if you call us Norwest and Southwest, it means that we don't have anthem, we don't have 1st of October, we don't have a country, we don't have a boundary. Come on now, please, let's be serious here. Our reconciliation, this thing is for a recommendation that they want to do, that we have people like Comrade Ghana, we have Reverend Asson, we also have other leaders that are trying to do something for reconciliation. We don't want people coming from Yaoundé say they are women for peace and waiting. We don't want that. Please, next time you hear that Ambazonians have conferences, don't even come there, because you come and just distort our focus. You come and distort our focus. Okay, yes, because we want something that, if we have that kind of conference, we want to identify those legitimate groups that are identify themselves are genuinely committed to the cause of the independence of Ambazonia. We don't want you coming to explain us school are not reopening. School, that is not what we are fighting for here. If you want to talk about school are not reopening, school are not we have programs for school, for community schools, not government schools. But we want our children to have good community school level. And see the funny thing that République just did. If you want to talk about school, can they even pay their teachers? Teachers went on strike. Almost 1 year they cannot pay their teachers. You come and talk of peace, and they just appointed a francophone woman, Bernadette is head of a GC board. What crap! You put a francophone woman as the head of GC board, who doesn't even know O level and A level, did not even pass O level and A level. You put it head. that country na witchcraft, na winch. Yes. So that is so we are trying to do something like that. We are not trying to have our conferences that people will come from Yaoundé and come and distort the agenda of the conference. Okay, yes. So if we have all Ambazonian conference, we have Southern Cameroon conference, whether the conference is what, if you know that you are coming there with any other agenda, don't come there, because that's not the purpose of our conferences now. Our conferences now is for reconciliation of our leaders, our groups. The IG is trying to bring those things together. Okay, we're trying to bring all the leaders together, all the various because people love their groups, so you cannot tell people to leave their groups, right? We understand that. We want to get preparation from everything that we have been doing for the past years, bring those groups together. They will assign responsibility for everybody. You'll be in charge of humanitarian affairs. You'll be in charge of this, you'll be in charge of this, you'll be in charge of this. Everybody now will be in charge of something, so that if you are in your group, you will not be blaming this person that this person cannot do this. They'll say, okay, you are in charge of those refugees in Nigeria. If those refugees need anything, consult this group. This is the group that is in charge of refugees. That's how we do it. We share that labor, division of labor, so that this group will not be wanting to do this, that they are not competent. You want to do this, you are not competent. You want to do, you are not competent. The interim government will help to manage that. Okay, the interim government will want to manage that. That's why Comrade Chris is trying to bring all these leaders together. Then we'll divide division of labor. Yes, it will be the best way to handle this trouble, because groups cannot handle stuff. They want to do everything. No group is jack of all trades. You want to handle everything. This Friday, Comrade Chris will come on air. Will explain how they want to go about that message of reconciliation, the way forward. Okay, that's what Comrade Chris will come and talk about. So this Friday it will be a wonderful show. We'll be live. We'll have a show. We'll have a pre-show. I'll be live on ABS TV on Friday before Comrade Chris will come and make his speech about how he wants to bring this reconciliation together. All the groups will come together. They will be assigned different functions, different responsibilities, so that you will not stay there. You want to do everything when you don't even have the money. Some groups don't even have the money to do those things, but if they assign those different functions, they can handle it. Okay, for example, if someone like ADF or Ayaba is giving like taking care of the boys down there or the farmers down there and all those things, they can have like northern zone or southern zone. You understand? We can share that kind of responsibility, but they don't want to be claiming to have control over everything, and you don't even have the resources. It cannot work like that. If we can say, okay, a group like Sokadef, or for example, there are so many different groups. You take care of the prisoners, or take care of the prisoners. That group can focus on those prisoners. Yeah, focus on those prisoners. This group is okay. You are in charge of injured soldiers and soldiers that have passed away. Take care of their families. They will be doing that. That is their job. But you cannot be a small group with 10 people. You want to control the whole of Ambazonia. You want to work. You want to do diplomacy. We can tell now the interim government can focus on with the diplomacy. Yeah, we can do that. We can focus on diplomacy. We tell this group, okay, you focus on this. You focus on this. That is what we call division of labor, so that people can work that way. You come now with your report. When you have meeting now, we come now in that meeting. Okay, bring report. You are in charge of these prisoners. What is happening with them? Our POWs, prisoners of war. You come now, give you content and due of what you brought. Right? That is how it's easy. You know, that is even any organization. That's what makes organization work. You have department of sales and marketing, department of this, department of human resource, department of this. That's how they work. Okay, but they have that synergy where they have a general meeting, come and talk. You know, that's what we are talking about. So we hope that that will work out, and by the days we'll try and bring that to fruition. Okay, thank you for watching, and God bless you. We'll see in the next episode, and God bless you all. Thank you very much for watching. Okay.